Hello, guys. We're back with another video. Welcome back. Happy Sunday. Hope you guys are ready for another exciting week. The stock market is about to go crazy. Let's get right into it. We got a lot of data coming up this week. That's pretty important. Big downpour last Friday. Market fell more than that was what was expected. And we caught this move. If you watch my past two videos, I was expecting the market to come down, and that's what we did. We manipulated upwards, traded into this 5-minute fair value gap, and caught the short to non-farm payroll lows. Now going into this week, I'm trading pretty cautiously. I feel like the market is not at it's not at a level that's too easy to predict where it's gonna go. I still think we trend downwards, but with all the data that's coming out this week, all the anticipation with Powell, CPI, jobless claims, I feel like there's a lot of room for volatility. And don't get me wrong, volatility is great. But how I see it, with JOLTS and Jobs Data last Friday, it's very likely, we may have a recession, and that's just what the data is telling us. 7.7 million openings, decline continues. The decline in job openings are continuing, especially with the revision. PMI is continuing to decline. Inventories of unsold goods are increasing, so all these manufacturers that are making things, they're not being sold, they're not being bought. That means the consumer is not spending money, and therefore these manufacturers are losing money because they're making these products that are not being sold, and unemployment is continuing to increase. And all these things work hand in hand, because what happens if you're a manufacturer and you increase these goods? Now what do you have to do to cut margins? You stop hiring people, you stop creating jobs. And what's a recession? A recession is defined as when you have consecutive quarters of GDP decline, and that's where it looks like we're heading. Now that doesn't necessarily mean that's bad. The last thing you want to do is panic, because actually a lot of people make money in recession. That's when it's almost the best opportunity to make money, actually, if you do your research. Smart money is going to see this as a time for what? This is not panic selling. Smart money is not panic selling here. Every time there's a dip, smart money is saying, you know what? That's a fire sale on equities. That's a perfect time to buy. And that goes for NASDAQ, the S&P 500, even crypto. And history repeats itself over and over again. The stock market over the long term will always go up. And that's why the long term is the most important thing to have. Trading is great, but if you don't have the long-term portfolio, then you don't really have much going for you. And so, important data for this week, we've got inflation data, we got CPI. We have CPI on, let's get right into it, CPI on Wednesday, core CPI on Thursday, jobless claims on Thursday. So those are the two important pieces of data that I'm really eyeing. But also, I think we might be able to make a play Tuesday night, because Tuesday night we do have the debate on Tuesday. I feel like the market might move on Tuesday. If you look at history, June's debate around June, I think the date was June 27th. June 27th, we had a debate as well, and we had some movement in the market. So we might be able to catch a little bit of a move there. That might be something we might trade here on the channel. So I'll let you guys know what I do. But yeah, that's so going into this week, tomorrow, Monday, I feel like we can have either a big move just to set us up for our moves on Wednesday or Thursday, or we can chop around. Really we'll just have to see what the market is giving us. Right now we're We're up in the Asian session, so we really have to see how we trade going into the London session and into the New York Open. But again, I'm really looking towards the downside. I want to see how we trade up into this inefficiency here on the 4-hour. See on the 4-hour here, I want to see how we trade up into this. I want to see us come up into this midpoint. See us test it and trade below it. One thing that I did notice was on the dollar. If we look on the higher time frames, on the dollar, we did come up and then sort of break structure here. So it does look like we may want to reverse on the dollar. So what I want to see is how the dollar trades at this level. Do we respect this inefficiency formed here? We already traded up into it once on the daily. Do we respect this daily fair value gap, or does this become support for resistance for us to trade lower and make a lower low? And if we do make a lower low here on dollar, then that just goes to show that, you know, it's possible that we have a reversal on our indices. I do think we'll have some type of uptrend here, because if you look on the daily, we're trading into this daily order block. So of course, there's probably a lot of orders here that are just waiting to be filled, and as they're getting filled, it's going to drive price higher. How high we go depends on how strong it is, you know, how strong and how many orders we have, and how strong people think this market is, and how much they're willing to buy at these levels. And so that's something we're going to keep an eye out going into tomorrow. Again, really, I'm not really going to force any trades. I think as a trader, your job is to just stay flexible. Stay on your toes, because anything's possible. You can have anything, black swan event, and the trade can't go your way. So, you know, we're going to stay vigilant. We're going to manage our risk, and we're going to see what the market gives us, and that's what we're going to trade. So that's really it for me. We'll be back with another video tomorrow. Any questions on how I do my analysis or how I'm looking to trade these markets, leave a comment, subscribe. I love to hear feedback from you guys. I'm going to keep these videos coming daily, and hopefully, you know, they're help to somebody out there. Thanks for listening, guys. See you on the next one. Later.